Good morning again, everyone. There's good news and there's bad news. The good news is it is not so cold. The bad news is the time change happened, and so now it's bright as hell, even though it's only 7 o'clock. So I'm going to march directly into the horrible day star, even though it's blinding, because I have a couple of important things I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the importance of language and using your words and your ideas to help our people have a more healthy awareness and racial consciousness of what's going on around us. Because I think that it is going to be inevitable. A day will come in our lifetimes where we can no longer white flight anywhere, not even within our own countries. And eventually push will come to shove and things will get physical. I don't think that we are going to enter a full physical war or anything like that anytime soon. But humans need resources to survive. And for time immemorial, we have fought over resources. But with fourth generational warfare being a thing, I believe that we have to fight with words and ideas, not blades and bullets right now. And probably, for the rest of our lives, we're going to have to deal with the product of bioleninism and the decay of society around us to the point to where we're going to have to white flight to important communities of people who produce their own food, make their own goods, have their own trade, or at least do something like that in a form that I can't imagine yet because I can't see the future. But it feels like to me, oh look, they've taken away the fence in front of my favorite tree. What about that? No more fence here. Well, this is a nice place to stop. Let's stop here and talk. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this stuff this morning is because last night I watched a really good Black Pilled video. He makes good videos, and he had a really inspirational one talking about how we don't have any place to go anymore and there's nowhere to white flight to. And it got me thinking about what I could talk about today. And I think that it's important to use the Go Free lexicon, to use good dialectic tools of getting people around you to understand what we're up against and do something about it positively. So if you want to use the left-hand path and the right-hand path, like I've said before, the left-hand path is one of, being soft or manipulative or underhanded or whatever. The right-hand path is strong and forceful and direct. Right now, with what we're up against with whatever you want to call the anti-white agenda, the new NWO or whatever you want to call it, the things that we're up against, we can't fight with blades and bullets. It's not going to happen. So the left-hand path is what we have right now. And as such, using words, language, actions, community building, that kind of thing, that is how we can fight right now. I had to cut it because a really noisy truck just rolled past. But anyway, the way that we can fight right now is with the left-hand path. It's not time to build militias and attack things or anything like that, because we would just lose. That's foolish. The right-hand path time is not now, might never come. But what we definitely have to do is to prepare to do what we can to live separately enough from the structures that want to enslave us and poison our young people's minds to have a future. And you do that with words and community building and using all of the technology and all of the tools available to us to start doing that. And so that's how I think we can quote unquote white flight in an intelligent way with the left-hand path in the modern era. Make friends with those, let's say you go to a book club or a gun club, or you like to knit with ladies in your community. Talk to them, find out who can be trusted, find out who is already on board, and start working with them, doing stuff with them. Get people that you know that want similar things to what we want, and those who are sort of vaguely aware of things, do what you can, use the Go Free lexicon on them, that's what it's for, to help get them on board and to understand what's going on, and then build community around that. We all need to start doing that. Not everybody is lucky enough to live somewhere like here, where almost everybody is the same and thinks the same anyway, and is ready to pick up arms if they have to defend it. We're not all lucky enough to live somewhere like here. And if you can't move to somewhere like here, then make wherever you live a place like here. Start working with the people in your area don't call yourself a militia or anything, but like, you know, make a group of, even if it's not official, make a group called, I don't know, like Appalachian Oral History Appreciation Club or just something like that, you know, something innocuous around an activity that everybody can easily and comfortably talk about without worrying about being persecuted or whatever. Yeah, call it a video game club or whatever, and start meeting up with people and having talks about how you guys can organize and trade together and help, I don't know, maybe in your community start a homeschool group where you can use old Brant Danger's School of the West and other stuff to supplement, if not completely teach your kids away from public school stuff. Start doing something like that. If you are an industrious or technical-minded guy, maybe work with other people that you network with to build new technologies or find ways that we can create our own goods. Maybe make sunglasses, make stuff like everybody needs, like socks and underwear and stuff like that. Like, just, we have to start being proactive and creating our own ways to exist, but still be connected and part of the modern world, because we have to fight the fourth generational war. But we have to also start white flighting in our minds with our kids while we do that. So I know that that's not a very happy situation, but we're not in a very happy situation with the way things have gone the last 100 years. So that's what I've got. That's what's on my mind today. So that I'm going to wrap that up to let this video not be too long. But hopefully there was some good stuff in there. Maybe I'll make a more proper video about those ideas now that I've got them out. The other thing is this Friday afternoon, we are going to have the great Fornull on the Friday live stream. And for those of you who don't know Fornull, you can check out his great music work in the links below. And 3 nights a week, he has a live show where he DJ hosts different kinds of music. Everything from folk music and bluegrass to, I don't know, like weird experimental techno metal stuff. And I'm not a music person, so I don't know the words to use, but he'll be our guest this Friday. And speaking of music, we're going to play out with a wonderful song that many of you might know, and I'm going to leave it there. So I'll see you guys Friday.
When there's nothing left but the fire in my chest and the air that fills my lungs, I'll hold my tears and trade my ears for a glimpse at kingdom come. On the other side of misery, there's a world we long to see. The strife we share will take us there to relief and sovereignty. Oh, by God, we'll have our home again. By God, we'll have our home. By blood or sweat, we'll get there yet. By God, we'll have our home. In our own towns, we're foreigners now. Our names are spat and cursed. The headline smack of another attack, not the last and not the worst. Oh, my fathers, they look down on me. I wonder what they feel to see their noble sons driven down beneath a coward's heel. Oh, my God, we'll have our home again. By God, we'll have our home. By blood or sweat, we'll get there yet. By God, we'll have our home. The road is dark, the way is lost. My eyes, they strain to see. I struggle forth to find a friend to light the way for me. Oh, brothers, can you hear my voice, or am I all alone? If there's no fire to guide my way, then I will start my own. Oh, my God, we'll have our home.